What's up, everybody? It's Kathlena, and I'm coming to you with another review. What's up, everybody? It's been a while since I've created a video for you all, and I made a big purchase, so I decided to come on here and share that with you all. Been kind of busy with work and whatnot, and in the midst of making a big purchase, I decided it was because it was something that I wanted to try to do. I have a natural gravitation towards cameras and photography, and I do feel like I have a good eye for things, and so I decided to step up my game a little bit. Before I get into it, I just want to give a disclaimer. I'm currently recording on the Canon Powershot V10. A lot of people don't like this camera for a plethora of reasons. I feel like it's a decent little camera on the go. Definitely would travel with it. Wouldn't travel with one of my big cameras at all. Would travel with that or my DJI Pocket 2. I also have a Canon IV Click 2. I like taking Polaroids. Oh, and let me tell you all what I found at a Goodwill this weekend for 15 bucks. It is a Polaroid Sun 660 with an autofocus. So yeah, that was a really good find for me this weekend. It's sold in refurbished condition online for about 150 bucks, but this is pretty decent. And then I also have obviously the Powershot V10, and I also have the Kodak FZ45. Later on, I will show you all some shots that I took with that camera, but I really am trying to break into photography on a serious level, and so I've been studying entry-level cameras, and my options were the Z30, the ZV-E10, and the Canon R50. And a lot of people will jump in the comments and be like, well, you should consider an A series, or no, like the A6000 series from Sony, or you know, you should consider the R10 for an extra couple of $100. But you got to understand, when people are working with a budget, they're barely getting the camera, okay, or they're trying to stay within their budget. So when they say that they chose between X camera and X camera, it's for a reason. If they had the money to go for the big boys, then they would. So keep that in mind when you're suggesting cameras for people. Just say, hey, for future reference, when you get into a better series, this is what you should get, if you're making suggestions to people, because they're shopping within their means. Also, I picked up my camera from Best Buy. I want people to understand that when you buy a camera from Best Buy, it comes with a 15% restocking fee. And the reason why is because when you take that camera home and you decide that you don't want it anymore and you bring it back, it's no longer considered new. You may consider it new because you didn't use it that much. You may have had it for a day, you opened the box and you brought it back because you didn't really like it that much. Quality standards say it's not new anymore. And so that store has to sell it in a condition called open box. If anybody's purchased anything open box, then they know it's because it was either a display item or a returned item from another customer. And so the store has to sell that item for 15% off. And guess who's covering that 15%? You are. So before you make a purchase, make sure you make an informed decision before you make that purchase. Now let's get into it. So Z30, ZV-E10, R50. Now, the camera that I chose was the ZV-E10. And the reason why is because of the headphone jack. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. There's a headphone jack on the Sony ZV-E10, okay? But there's also a good lens selection for this camera. Also carries the same type of sensor as the 6000 series in Sony. So I considered a lot of camera specs when I made my decision. I was very, very tempted to get that Nikon. And when I say I was very tempted, it took me hours that day. I kind of went to the store, turned on the Z30. I got a really good feel for it. The visuals are amazing video-wise. And I had not seen much photography with that camera, so I took the time to really dive into what the portraits may look like on that camera. And I saw a couple of videos. They looked pretty decent, very modern. Canon, when it comes to portraits and photography, it gives you a very timeless feel. And so if you want that timeless quality with the Sony, it's about your lens. And I've heard a lot of photographers say over and over again, it's not about the body, it's about your lenses and the person behind the camera. And so I'm going on a journey to learn how to master this camera. I haven't opened it yet. I still could decide to go back to Best Buy and get that Z30. There was only one left at the store. But I think I'm set on it because of that headphone jack. And I can't say that enough as a beginning photographer and videographer. So, yeah, I'm open to suggestions. This is the first video out of many in a series because the next time you see me recording, I will record on the Sony. I'm going to do a quick little unboxing video as a short. But the next video that you'll see is a short form video from the E10 itself and a series of short form videos because I know that adults have a short attention span and I don't plan on my videos ever being more than 10 minutes long. If you ever find a video more than 10 minutes long for me, then something must be wrong. But I hope you all are doing amazing and I'm very excited about my journey. And if you want to have a conversation about why I chose the camera, feel free to meet me in the comments, but I'll talk to you soon.